Hi there, world. This is a message from Germany. First, I have to apologize for my very bad English. I try. As you probably know, we Germans are kind of experts in Nazism. Not only we invented it, but also we were main experts in experiencing what are the consequences of Nazism. So, and we have done something possibly you have heard of it, of kind of, we call it Aufarbeitung. What happened? This means we invested a lot of time in finding out what the hell happened and why, and how could we manage that it should never happen again. So these are the reasons why possibly we Germans are kind of experts in Nazism. And as these experts that we are, we can kind of be helpful probably for you to tell you what Nazism is like. So how do I know it's Nazism? So there are some signs. For example, if there is mass murder or mass incarceration, do you say so? Imprisonment of people because of their color, race, sexual orientation, or not backwarded enough political mindset. So, Nazis were fascinated of archaic, do you say so? Kind of Germans, archaic Germans. So this was a very backwarded mindset, and if you are not backwarded enough, you had a problem. So you could be the aim of stately organized murder and imprisonment and deportation and so on. So there are some signs, and if you have the feeling that in your country there is a Nazism, a Nazi regime rising, then perhaps you could give us a sign, for example, like this. So you give us a sign, and then we try to come to help you, because when we suffered from Nazism ourselves, the world came to help us, to free us from Nazism. So perhaps we Germans have a kind of obligation to do the same for the rest of the world if it happens some elsewhere, because I don't want to say it, but it could be we Germans don't have the monopole on Nazism. It's not only a German thing, as we all, long time, we thought like this. So Nazism is a German thing. Only in Germany there can be Nazism, but nowadays it doesn't look like this. It looks like that the clear signs of Nazism can be observed there and there and there, in this country, and we don't have the allowance or the right to judge on others if there is Nazism. But if you think yourself your country is turning into a Nazi regime, give us a sign. Yeah, then we try to come to help you. Perhaps I can't speak for my fellow German citizens, but perhaps there is a kind of an obligation for Germans that because we are the experts, and and the world came to help us, to free us from Nazis, so perhaps we should help the world to free them from Nazis if the Nazi virus is in another country, growing in another country, raising its ugly head, then we should perhaps together with others that have the same feeling, the same obligation to help the world, to free the world from Nazis, because it can happen anywhere. It seems to be a general possibility that in one country there is this kind of shit stuff, Nazi stuff, where people are mass murdered only because of their color, their race, their sexual orientation, or their political mindset, or so on. And this is, in Germany, we industrialized this kind of stuff. It was professionally organized. And perhaps in your country this is happening too. Then give us the sign. Say, come to help us, world. And I think we Germans should be a part of this because, yeah, we have a kind of a historical obligation because the world helped us when we did this, or if it happened to us, depends how you see it. Yeah, we seem to be kind of how do you say victims and the authors of this thing at the same time. So this Nazi thing. So we were it, but we're also the victims of it at the same time. That very, very strange thought, kind of. So otherwise, it wouldn't make sense to say we were freed from Nazism from the world, but this is what happened. Yeah, the world came, and we still we celebrate this. Yeah, that the world came and freed us from Nazism. This was done in West Germany and in East Germany. Yeah, so we are happy that we are not Nazi any longer. But if you go into Nazism, your country turns into Nazism, your state turns into Nazism, then the world should come to help you, like the world came to help us, and I think Germany should be a part of it. So perhaps you even don't know that German is not Nazi any longer. That we aren't Nazi. We're entnazificated. How do you say? In German we say entnazifiziert in the 50s and 60s. So, but perhaps this wasn't the last time that something like this happens. Yeah. And we should make kind of a sign, or it doesn't need to be this one because it's for other things, perhaps. But we should invent a sign where people from a country can say, "Come to help us! There is Nazis at our country. Nazis take over." Yeah, Machtergreifung, we call it in German. Yeah, there's a Nazi Machtergreifung, so come to help us. There should be a sign that you can communicate silently and without too high risk for yourself that the world should come to help. So this is a message from Germany going out to the people who are possible victims of Nazism worldwide. And I still want to claim that we Germans are kind of experts in this field. And so listen to us. It's not a good idea. It's not a good thing. And it seems to be possible to happen anywhere. This is not a very nice message, or not a very good thing. But we hoped it was only a historical thing long ago, and it was only a German thing. But it doesn't look like this any longer. Yeah, so it seems to be a general option for many countries. And of course you have to say, not always there will be the title, "We are Nazis." No one will say this. So if there's Nazism, it won't tell you it's Nazism. It won't say, it would call itself like this. It will give itself other names that sound much better. Yeah. But if you look at what is happening, then you see it's the same fucking shit happening again in another country. So this is how the world looks like from Germany, and this should be kind of a warning for the world, but it should be also kind of the world is here to help, and I guess Germany should be a part of it. This is my opinion. I'm just a private person. I have I can't speak for my fellow German citizens, but this is what I think. And perhaps there are some others here that think similar to me. Could be. So, have a nice day, have a good time, and I hope you will never need it in your country, in your beautiful country, wherever you live on this small, blue, beautiful planet. We're in this together. Bye.